I got a confession. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to look at the Carolina Panthers the same ever again. Let me tell you why. I went out to the game to Las Vegas, traveled out there to Vegas to see my Carolina Panthers on the road. I've been to many road games before in the past as a Panthers fan. I go to multiple every year just because I need an excuse to take a vacation, and why not go to Las Vegas? But when I got to the game and saw the stadium and my experience there, I just felt like it was one of the best experiences of my life. And I want to tell you guys about it in this video. But real quick, if you're new to the channel, my name is Aaron Duncan. I do Panthers content. I talk about the team in a more analytical standpoint, but this is more of a story. So if you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button down below, because I traveled and it wasn't really much of a vlog per se, but I do have to tell you and put the story together of my game day experience, because it all started with me arriving and everything was all hunky-dory. I came into Las Vegas on a Thursday. I want to have multiple days to explore. I wanted to make sure I was there. I love Las Vegas. I love sports betting. I love table games, all that 9 yards that come with it. The fact that I get to cap the weekend with the Panthers game on Sunday was just the icing on the cake. So I decided to stay at the Westgate Las Vegas Resort. Now, I went with a group of friends, and the whole group of friends, there's their first time in Vegas. They stayed at the MGM. So the reason I took the Westgate is because, one, it's cheap and affordable. You know, me, I'm a big time table player and gambler, and I like to sports bet as well. When I'm traveling on my own, I don't really need to do expensive stuff. I don't plan on spending a bunch of time in the hotel anyway, so I'll tend to cheap out on the hotel for the most part, because I've been to Vegas multiple times. I don't need to do the lavish hotels. I'm good there. Not to mention they were at a lavish hotel, so whenever I wanted to meet up with them, I would get that experience there. But also, the Westgate has the largest sports book on the Strip. Yes, and I was there for the sports. It's really a beautiful setting. So many seats, so many TV screens. They have slot machines in there. They have a bar in there and a restaurant as well. Just a sports better, even a sports fan haven of what type of place you want to consume your bets, but just any games in general. They also have very cheap tables as well. I love the Westgate, pretty clean. I got an updated room. Things were great. But fast forward to game day, the reason why I also like the Westgate is because they have a monorail exit right there. So the monorail runs pretty much up and down the Strip. You can pay for, get a day pass. I got a 4-day pass for like $35. You can take it as many times as you want to. And since I would probably be meeting up with my friends a lot, I went ahead and got me a 4-day pass. And that's what I took to get to meet up with them on game day. So it was pretty cool. You get to sightsee. I got to see a bunch of different hotels on the Strip. It stops at a lot of the major hotels on the Las Vegas Strip. So like I said, I got to sightsee. Most importantly, I got to see the Sphere. It's been about 3 years since I've been to Vegas, and I'm not sure the Sphere was even complete at that point. And even then, there was still like COVID protocols, so it wasn't really a lot you could go around and do. So being able to get on the monorail, I got to see the Sphere, and it is huge up close. It looks kind of weird from afar, but up close, it's huge. You can see all the panels, all the dope designs they do, and they actually have shows and stuff in there. I don't know, it's like a giant planetarium, I guess, in my opinion. I've never been in there personally, but seeing it up close on the side on the monorail was just a whole different experience. Lo and behold, my stop was the second to last stop. The MGM is the final stop. So I really had to take the monorail on game day all the way down there. And being on the West Coast, you guys know when you're on the East Coast, games kick off at 1 o'clock. On the West Coast, games kick off at 10, at least the first wave. The Panthers game, they started at 4:05. So we had some time, but I still had to get up about 8 or 9 o'clock and get on that monorail and catch it and get down and meet with them. Once I met up with them at the MGM, we got to the hotel. I linked up with those guys. We had a couple drinks, obviously, the tailgate and pregame in the room, but we had a special experience because I had some access to certain seats in the stadium. So we wanted to make sure we get there early because it was standing room spots and it was first come, first serve. So we decided to try to get there almost as soon as the gate opened, which is anywhere between 2 to 3 hours before kickoff, depending on what stadium you are. So we ended up taking a cab from the MGM there, since the MGM is closer to Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play at in Las Vegas, and it was nice and smooth, but they couldn't take us all the way down to the stadium. There's some kind of rule, so we got stopped off at a gas station. The gas station is right across the street from pretty much the tailgate parking lot where all the Vegas fans were, and boy, was it an experience. They had all kind of stuff. They had fancy cars, old school cars. They had hearse out there, buses. You know how the Raiders fans get down, man. They tailgate hard. They have a very, very diverse fan base. The Latino culture is so dope as well. Just a really melting pot of people out there. And of course, we walked past all that, but we got closer to the stadium and saw that it wasn't open yet. We were there probably about 11 o'clock, maybe 10:30, something like that. We got there fairly early, and it still wasn't open. I thought it would open 3 hours early. It didn't open it then, but then there were people still lining up. While we were doing that, we had, of course, we were tailgating. The open container laws are pretty lax in Vegas anyway, but especially when you're close to a football stadium. So we went to that gas station, bought a couple of some beers, and we were kind of just outside, man, drinking, chilling in the shade. Any kind of Panthers fans that came by, we were dapping them up, hyping them up, getting them hyped, getting them excited, man. You know, we're 0-2, so like, I felt like we needed to be the welcoming committee to get everybody geeked up, because I always plan on losing my voice every time I go to the game. That's part of the reason why this video took so long for me to drop, because I did not get a voice until almost the end of the week because I was yelling so much. But we were just hyping up. I got to meet a couple subscribers that watched my channel, man. It was really dope just to kind of see the people, shake hands, dap everybody up, talk, get everybody hyped up. Even got some trash talking with some Raiders fans, man. It was really really crazy, but they were pretty good people, man. They kind of respected the fact that we traveled kind of how we did, because we had a pretty solid section, if I had to say myself, to be going to Vegas. So they respected it, because as bad as our franchise is, we still have some passion there somewhere. The people that are dedicated, they're dedicated, man. That's one of the things I actually do like about this fan base, man, is like, win, lose, or draw, people show up. We're going to be out there. We're going to give our all and yell when it comes down to it. And they respected that. And for an OG franchise like the Raiders fans and all them to really respect that, it was pretty cool for us to kind of dap each other up, break bread, and do all that. But once the gates opened up and the line kind of died down some, we made our way inside. And one of my subscribers, shout out to my guy, Zach Allen, he really hooked me up, man. Like, I can't even really thank him enough. Like, Zach, if you're watching this, bro, I'm gonna probably text you anyway, but this is to you. I gotta give you your flowers, man. This is one of the best experiences of my life getting into this. Now, the Raiders Stadium, the Allegiant Stadium, they have a thing called the Wynn Club. Now, if you know the Wynn is a famous hotel on the Strip, one of the fanciest, richest hotels, a phenomenal sports book as well. And they have clubs. They have a pretty nice club, nightlife as well. Zach, he's a promoter. And he's a promoter for the clubs, but also for the Wynn Club. And the Wynn Club is behind the end zone. It's like a real club underneath the away side end zone. So pretty much you have got standing room only tickets. You have booths. I don't know how many booths they have, but they have like club, like lounge, like booths all around. You have standing room. You have a bar area inside this covered with screens and stuff. Multiple bars in there as well. It's legit like a bar or a lounge that you may see in a regular city, except it's in a football stadium. So it's really ridiculous what the setup and the money that was spent. I have to give the Raiders credit. And that's why I say this, I will never be able to be the same again, because the Wynn Club, it felt like I was walking into some kind of executive suite, some kind of spaceship. I don't know. When we arrived, I really didn't know where to go. I always felt like I'm in regular seats all the time. So I almost felt like I wasn't supposed to be there. So I was kind of waiting for the other foot to drop when I told them Zach's name and kind of who I was with and stuff like that, and the list I was on. It was just amazing, like, to see the inside, because like I said, I beat Zach there before that, and Zach, he promotes for other parties as well, so he kind of had a long night before, so it took him a little minute to get to the game as well. So I get that, but like during that time, we were kind of exploring it, as walking and being guided down multiple escalators, the cool hallways. It felt like I was on a spaceship, bro, like on Star Trek. Like, that's the type of get up and setup it was. And like, we felt like kids in a candy store, man. Like I said, it felt like I almost wasn't supposed to be there. I'm trying to play it cool, like I've been there before, you know what I'm saying? So these people don't see me just wilding out and going crazy on the inside, but I was literally doing backflips in my brain just something I've never experienced before. I'm usually watching the game from the bleachers in the stadium. And so this was just something that I'll never, ever forget. So when we got down there, you walk in there, there's a bunch of couches, a bunch of bars, and you have TVs everywhere so you can watch the game. And the difference is, when I got down there before I met Zach, we were kind of just lurking around, because unless you have a VIP pass, you can't get down to the field. You can still watch the bar and the game from the TVs and stuff and see from there, but you can't get down there until you get a VIP band. So we were there like super early. So we're just in there chilling, watching the early slot games and stuff. And then once Zach got there, man, ended up taking a shot with Zach. Shout out to Zach. Appreciate you for that at the bar. Chopped it up with him, man, and just kind of got hyped. And then we all walked down to the field access. And man, let me tell you, this is something that is just life changing. Once you experience something like this, Like I said, it's probably ruined Panthers games for me. You get so close and you're right there in the away side end zone, man. Like literally at ground level. It's not like up high like at Bank of America where like players have to go and Lambeau leap and go. No. Like if you ever been to an arena football game where there's just a wall and like fans, that's literally what it's like on the whole back of the away team end zone. And like when I tell you like some of these views were breathtaking, I've never been that close. One, I've never been to a stadium that actually had grass. Most of the away games I go to, they're in domes. Actually, I did go to Soldier Field for Chicago, but they still have one of those. Like I said, you're very, very high in terms of being removed from the field. This one, you're literally right there on ground level. You can see the players. You can see them going through their warm up. You can smell the grass, guys. You can smell the grass. And it may seem like something small and weird, but like that's just something that you don't get when you're at home. That's not something you get when you're sitting up in the 100 section, the 200 section, the 300. This is a once in a lifetime experience, being able to sit there, literally kick your feet up, not kick your feet up, but stand up and smell the grass. Now, like I said, the standing room only about 3 rows of standing room. When we got there, it was kind of crowded. I'm not the tallest person in the world. You guys know me, whether you believe it or not. I'm not that tall. I was able to find a good spot for all of us. It was about a group of 6 of us right there in the corner. And the good thing about the Wynn Club is that it's right there by the away team tunnel. And that just couldn't have worked out more perfect for us, because we got to see the guys come out the tunnel. We got to see them come out for warm-ups, cheer them on, dap them up, shake their hands, really just to get that first-person experience. Like, I'm not even lying. I could literally stick my hand out, shake hands. I got to see Coach Canales run out of the tunnel before the team came out. I got to see the players come out in the huddle getting hyped. I got to see them in the pregame intros for the Raiders that came out. And then, like, I'm not going to lie. You're there. You can shake their hand. You can talk to those players. I mean, they're kind of in their zone, locked in. I'm not even going to lie. I personally felt like my pregame speech might have been the thing that put the team over the top. I can't even lie.
There they go. There they go. There they go. There they go. They done put the black trousers on them boys. We ready for them. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's get it, man. Let's get it. I see you, Miles. Let's get it, Miles. Let's get it, Miles. Let's get it. Let's get it. I see you, B1. Two. Let's go. Let's go. I need 20 from you, Tuba. I need 20, Tuba. I need 20. I need 20, Tuba. I need 20 today. I need 20. I need 20. I need 20. Let's go. I need 20. Let's go. Let's go. Dave, let's go. Austin, let's go. DJ, let's go. Let's go. DJ locked in, bro. Come on. Lock in, bro. Lock in. Let's go. We with y'all. We with y'all. Come on.
And I'm telling you, man, being that close, seeing kickoff, the national anthem, of course, feeling the rock music getting to play before kickoff, man, the vibes were immaculate, bro. If you weren't feeling that at that moment, couldn't get hyped, you do not have a pulse. That was the type of atmosphere that you dream of being in on the road, being that low. And then the fact that the way that the game turned out was just so perfect. Like the script, I couldn't have pictured it any more perfect than it went. An opening drive touchdown. The Panthers almost never score opening drive touchdowns, but they happen to choose the side of the field where the opening drive touchdown ended on our side of the field with Chuba Hubbard, that dump off from Andy Dalton. We got so hyped. Fate, whatever you want to call it, higher power, it just laid out perfect to the point that we got to get them hyped. We got to see them come down, a touchdown in the end zone, and then we it was like a no sweat type of game. We killed those guys. We were talking so much trash to the Raiders fans. The thing is about the Wynn Club, most of those people that are there, they're just there to have a good time, win, lose, or draw. So they're just here vibing. They were joking around with us, cooling with us. A lot of them were being nice with us, even giving us some drinks from their section. I think this is something that all 6 of us will probably never ever forget, because it's just something, like I said, you can't really get anywhere else. I'm not sure if any other stadiums in the NFL have an experience just like this. We were there close enough to like dap everybody up, clap them up. We gave Andy the standing ovation, chanting his name when he ran out of the tunnel, man. It just was like a fairy tale ending for something for our Panthers that's been struggling so long. I've only seen 2 games in person that we won. Or that I saw Kyle Allen, and when we went on the road and beat the Texans. That's how long it's really been since I've witnessed a win when I'm in person. Being able to have this type of game, being able to talk trash like I know I do, and you guys know I do. It just was an amazing feeling. All the guys had a good time, man, and it's just something that I won't ever forget. And the other thing about the Wynn Club, literally as soon as the game is over, and I was shocked to say this, as soon as the clock hits 0, there's a DJ there, and you just never know who you're going to see in the Wynn Club, because it turns into a club. Like, they clear everybody out from the field, and it turns into a club almost immediately. The lights go down, the neon lights come on, the DJ starts pumping, and it's a party now. Like I said, win, lose, or draw, those Raider fans turn out and they turn up. It just was an amazing, amazing atmosphere, man. Like, even though we won, nobody was getting mad at us for partying and have a good time in there. It was just all vibes. We even saw Thomas Davis pregame down there. If you're in the rap, we saw Sway Lee from Ray Shrimmer. He was there, did a couple songs, standing on some couches, dapping people up, walking through the crowd and stuff, man. Like, just celebrity row. It was the Raiders home opener, man, so you know that the hype was there. If I ever go to Vegas and it's football season, I'm definitely going to try to do it again. Like, I would go to any game and experience it like that, man, just because it's that much fun. Now, my knees were killing me from standing up the whole time. I had to use the bathroom very, very bad, but I just had so much adrenaline. I didn't even think about it till after the game. It was just so much going on, man, and I was just so hyped that I couldn't even believe where I was at, how it was happening, and like, I was so tired. We had been drinking since like 9 a.m. until like 6 or 7 when I got back to my room, and I literally crashed until the next morning before I had to leave, man. But just for the whole trip, man, in terms of just like one of my Vegas trips and just vacation wise, it may not have been the best because I was so tired and I really couldn't do as much as I wanted to maximize my time there. But in terms of just an away trip, that was the best experience I've ever had in my life. Like, it's really ruined live experiences for me. Like, sitting in any kind of stadium or seats is gonna feel like whatever, because 1, it's not gonna be that close. 2, I'm not gonna be able to smell the grass like I could before. I'm excited for the next opportunity to be able to go there. I don't know if it's gonna be 8 years again until we go out there, unless something else happens. You know how the schedule works, but I'll be ready next time it happens. Hopefully inflation doesn't obliterate the prices for it, and I can make something shake when I go out there. You guys let me know down below in the comments what you thought about this experience, man. Like, would you want to do something like that? Do you prefer to watch it on your big screen at home? Would you like regular seats? Like, would you be able to do that where you can sit that close and only get to see kind of, obviously when they're in action and right there, but you miss some of the other side of the game and just all the knickknacks and gadgets that go with it? Let me know how you guys feel down below. I appreciate you guys watching this. I'm going to another game. I'll be going to the Germany game. So I'll try to actually get a full game day vlog instead of just a story time like this. That way you can really experience me in my element. We'll see if I can get that old wife of mine to record me, but in my shenanigans. So we'll see what happens. But you guys make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.